Hello Supergang. I'm just doing some painting at the Carol Centre, getting one of our rooms ready, and I thought I would let you know about the fruit of the Spirit that we're learning this week. And the fruit of the Spirit for this week is peace. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm right at the top of a very tall ladder, and that doesn't make me feel very peaceful. I wondered if maybe when God talks about peace being a gift from the Holy Spirit, maybe it means something more than just peace that we feel in our normal lives when we're resting or when everything's quiet. Maybe peace from God means something bigger and more powerful than that. Now, I've got a Bible story for us to listen to today. And I wonder if that will help us understand what it means to have peace from the Holy Spirit. It's a story from the book of Matthew that happened when Jesus was alive on earth. Have a look.
Stories of the Bible. Peter walks on water. This is Peter.
Hey-o! Whoop!
Peter was a fisherman who was called by Jesus.
Hey!
Peter saw the many miracles of Jesus,
Whoa!
and he heard all his teachings. Great crowds followed Jesus wherever he went. One day after Jesus had done a great miracle, he sent the disciples in a boat across the lake while he stayed and sent the people home.
See ya! Hey, Jesus!
After sending them home, Jesus went up into the hills by himself to pray. Meanwhile, the disciples were in trouble far away from land, for a strong wind had risen, and they were fighting heavy waves.
Ah!
About 3 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came toward them, walking on water. When the disciples saw him walking on the water, they were terrified.
Ah!
In their fear, they cried out, "It's a ghost!"
Hold on there.
But Jesus spoke to them at once. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Take courage. I am here." Then Peter called to him, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you walking on the water." So Jesus said, "Yes, come." So Peter went over the side of the boat
Whoa! You're awesome!
and walked on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw the strong wind and the waves,
Ah! Whoa!
he was terrified and began to sink.
Baby, help me!
"Save me, Lord!" he shouted. Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. Jesus said, "You have so little faith. Why did you doubt me?" When they climbed back into the boat, the wind stopped. Then the disciples worshipped him and said, "You really are the Son of God."
Wow, wasn't that an amazing story? Peter was so brave to get out of the boat and walk towards Jesus. I don't think he would have been feeling very peaceful when he saw the waves around him, but he must have felt strong enough and peaceful enough and confident enough to step out of the boat in the first place. And imagine finding that you could walk on water. How incredible. It made me think a little bit about what I'm doing sat at the top of my ladder. Now I'm up in the air off the floor. I actually can touch the ceiling, I'm so high. And that means I need to really trust in how strong my ladder is. And if I can trust that my ladder is powerful and strong, is strong enough to hold me, then actually I can climb up this ladder to do my painting and feel that I am safe. And I think that's what Peter did in the story. I don't think he trusted in the water, because every time he stepped on water before, I imagine his foot sunk straight away. But he trusted in Jesus, that Jesus was strong enough and powerful enough to hold him up and to carry him. And that gave him the peace and the confidence to step out of the boat and walk towards him. In the Bible, it tells us to cast our worries onto Jesus. It says that in the book of Peter. And I think that is a bit about the sort of peace that Jesus gives us. It doesn't mean that there's nothing to be worried about ever, but it means that even if we have something that worries us, we can give that to Jesus and trust that he is strong enough to carry it for us. And then we can get the peace that he gives us back in return. I wonder if you have anything that you would like to give to Jesus today. Anything that makes you feel a little bit worried or a little bit afraid. Maybe you could think of something and give it in a prayer to Jesus and ask him to give you his peace back again instead. Peace that means that we are trusting in God to hold us up and keep us safe, just like Peter did in our story. I've got a little craft that you might want to try. Because we're talking about walking on water, I've designed a pair of sandals that you can make at home. I wonder if you'd like to write some of the things or draw some of the things that you would like to step out into if only you had the confidence to give them a go. You could write them on that sandal and then pray and ask God to give you peace in those situations so that you can be brave and step out into things just like Peter did. I hope you've enjoyed our story for today, and I hope that you enjoy having a go at making those sandals. I best get on with my painting now. Have a great week.